Victor.
I'm Rebecca. I'm Caitlin.
I'm Nessa.
This is the Family
Showdown!
The Great Culling! Whoop, whoop, whoop. I still think you needed to add more fireworks and stuff to that intro. It was not obnoxious enough. I wanted explosions. Yeah, it's on!
All right, folks.
I shook the table, sorry.
A year in the making.
A year.
I'm Hunter. This is Rebecca. Welcome.
You sure about that?
Welcome. So,
What?
we're just going to jump right in because we got a lot to do.
We do. We do.
We have a lot to do tonight. So, 1 year ago, this very day,
Say what?
we
This
made a
this
resolution.
This day.
October 1st. We made a resolution to play our entire board game collection in 1 year. We have failed. And that's why we're here tonight. So I made a prediction, I recall. I made a prediction way back when that we'd have about 20-ish games to discuss at the end. We have 82 games to go over tonight. Actually, 85.
You know what, though? Whose fault is this?
Yours?
Mine. I continue to purchase games as we're doing this.
I didn't purchase that many. This year has been light for game purchases. Like, crazy light for game purchases.
I shall refrain from comment because we want to try to limit the time that this is going to go tonight.
So
I'm just saying.
So, we played 3 games since we met last week. We're going to go over those first. Then, I got some stats and a little quiz for you.
Ooh.
And then
Like
we're
how many
into
games
the
are
culling. And I'll explain how the culling works when we get there. But it's going to be exciting. And I think it's going to be hilarious. You're going to see marital arguments.
Someone's going to do some psychological profile and they'll be like, these guys.
So, the end results. We played 291 games out of our 373 game collection.
Not shabby.
78% of our games. At least 28 games. 28. Huh. Little my math
Mathlexia? It's dyscalculia.
Yeah, that too. 82 games to review. So, here's the 3 games. And as always, I do them order from worst to best. These 2 7s and an 8 tonight, so middle of the road. These are games that we were waffling on.
I like waffles.
Whether we're going to cull them or not. So, here we go.
Okay, first, I kind of like this idea. I need the taboo buzzer, and you need the pit bell.
For what?
Cool.
Now we're doing little things.
I know what we're doing. I just
All
thought
right.
that was cool.
The third
So
out of the
obnoxious
3 is Pandemic the Cure. Pandemic the Cure. I rated this a 7. This is the dice version of Pandemic. It is my favorite non-legacy, non-region specific version of Pandemic. So,
What's that narrow it down to?
I like it better than normal Pandemic.
Something wrong with you. Okay. And this is how we're starting the evening. Oh,
But it is
boy.
a co-op, therefore it cannot get higher than a 7. What are you pointing to?
Nothing at all.
What are you pointing to?
Nothing at all. Just saying. Go ahead, continue.
I'm done.
Oh, hey, we're good.
All right. Next one up is
The domain
Eminent
Imminent.
Domain. No, I got this wrong.
Ha-ha! What'd you put?
I can't do math. That's not the next one. Spoilers. The next one is Elysium, which is another 7.
What the heck is going
I don't know why I
on?
put them in the wrong order. I'm tired. Elysium.
We're not even started yet.
This
Just tell me.
is a card drafting / tableau building game where it's all about different Greek things, and it's like very, very mildly thematic. Like Ares is attacky, and that's about it.
That's all he's got.
So you're collecting, it's set collection, tableau building set collection. Basically, you draft these cards. They go at the top in your domain is what they call it, and they give you powers and abilities and stuff. But at some point, you have to transition and move them down
Send
to your
them to
your
sleep
Elysium,
with fishes.
and down there it's like set collection. So you're trying to get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 in a row, or all ones, or things like that, and they score at the end of the game. It's an alright game.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Next.
6, 7. Oh, okay.
And this one I rated 8. I actually enjoyed this more than I thought I would. I recall not liking this that much, but I actually it's pretty good. Eminent Domain.
I'm just checking for fever.
It's pretty good.
I'm just checking for fever.
It's all right. It's got one of the things I like in board games. A lot of board games have it, where when you do an ability, they call it choosing a role. I think is what they call it.
Know your role.
The other players can follow at a lesser ability, and that's in a lot of games. Twilight Imperium and Puerto Rico and San Juan, and I can't think of any more off the top of my head. But
that was plenty.
Basically, someone chooses a role, and then that person gets a better version of that role, and then everyone else can follow and get a lesser version. So
yeah, pay attention, Tommy. Man, you said there was
so
going to be
that's
a quiz.
So that's it. That's our 3 that we've gone over.
Those are the first 3 we're setting on fire. No, I'm just kidding.
That we played since last we met.
We did.
All right. So here's your quiz. Well, the first stats and then quiz. Rebecca logged. This doesn't mean she logged everything, but what she did log, in the last year, she played 320 different games. 320 different games.
Not too shabby.
291 of those were our games. Therefore, 29 were other people's games.
Not too bad, not too bad.
All right. And she had 446 plays, distinct plays of games that she logged.
Yeah.
446 plays in the last year. I didn't log my stuff, so mine's comparable. I would say she probably played more games and had more plays than I did. Just saying.
Yeah, well, I have a board game club. Plus, I've hosted some, kids' game day stuff, too.
Right.
That you haven't done.
Right.
And plus, I tend to play less games than you at conventions. So, I mean, in, the whole scheme of things, I'm it's weird. I'm surprised it's so many in some ways because, conventions, you usually, if you get a chance,
Right.
you knock them out. But I think in the board game club, I'm usually teaching and then cutting them loose. So,
Right.
I'm impressed that that's that many. That's pretty cool.
So here you go. Here's your Here's your quiz. You can score yourself at home. I'll give you a minute or two to answer the quiz. You can answer it to yourself. You can answer it in chat. Or you can answer it down in the comments, but you can't go back after we reveal and go in the comments and say what you guessed. That's cheating. What is Rebecca's top 5 most played games last year? And you can play along, too, once they're done guessing.
I know
Rebecca's top 5 most played games last year.
That's a good question. I know the top one for sure, easily.
Top 5
Um,
most played games last year. Well, not calendar year.
Wow.
Fiscal year.
I'm interested. I'm
For
curious.
those accountants out
I mean,
there.
I totally know the number 1 game, but the rest of them I'm a little bit curious about.
Top 5 most played games.
In the last year, Nessa's slowly gotten out of the play the same game 5,000 times thing. She didn't play as many games this last year, so I don't have the kid factor in that as much, I don't think. I'm curious.
I will give you a hint.
Okay.
None of these games are considered distinctly kids games.
Yeah, I figured not. Now, you asked me 2 years ago, I'd say definitely kid games. But I know...
The girls got kind of in the video game world this year, lesser than the board game world.
We should count our video games, too, because you did a hefty amount of video gaming this last year yourself.
I completed 12 or 13 major PlayStation games in the last year.
Yeah, and you still managed to play all these games. That's pretty good. Not too shabby.
All right, we're going to call it.
Does he sleep?
We're going to call it. We're going to let Rebecca guess at her top 5 most played games.
Well, I know my number 1 is Deception, Murder in Hong Kong.
Deception, Murder in Hong Kong's number 1. Yep. 17 plays that were logged. You probably played more than that.
I probably played more than that. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Overall, I've played 60 since we got that game. Wow.
You need a hint to help you?
Sure, because I'm...
2 of them we played as legacy games.
Oh, well, duh. Okay. Well, that's going to be, Pandemic.
Nope.
Legacy and
Pandemic
Charter.
was 2 years ago.
Pandemic 2 was? What? Okay.
Wasn't within the last year.
I have a comment to make about that later, by the way. Then it's going to be Charterstone.
Nope, that was too...
No, it was not.
It wasn't within the last year.
What?
I mean, your perception of time is weird.
My perception of time with board gaming is really crazy.
There's pseudo-legacy games.
Scythe?
Yes. We had 8 plays of
Scythe?
Scythe, because that's how many you play
Okay.
when you play Scythe.
Another semi-legacy... No...
It's a small game. It's card game-ish with dice.
That's semi-legacy? Well, no, not role player. We didn't play. I'm losing it. Why am I blanking on that? What is it?
Space Base.
Oh, yeah! I forgot we played a lot of Space
We had
Base.
6
That was
plays
fun.
of Space Base.
That was fun.
We actually played... I think we
Discord.
played more than
Me
6.
too.
She only logged 6. I'm almost certain we played more than 6.
Dan, hey!
The other one is a team-based party game.
A team-based party game that I like to play over and over. Oh my gosh, no. Was it Time's Up? Oh, there's so many good ones. We have so many good ones now. Just one?
Nope.
Banned words.
Nope.
Not Insider. What other ones do we have?
Give up.
Yeah.
Codenames. 7 plays of Codenames.
Oh, we played with the girls and then we played it as a group thing, didn't we? We
Yes.
played multiple plays of that. I forgot.
And
wow.
last one is a new fave for the whole family. We played it 4 times the first time we played it.
That's going to be Stuffed Fables?
No.
No. Not Takedo. My Little Scythe.
No.
No? Oh, a fam favorite. I don't know if Katie likes My Little Scythe. Why am I being dumb? Finca. It's gotta be Finca. It's not Finca? I swear I played a million games of
They
Finca.
mentioned Box of Rocks. I don't think we've logged all those plays of Box of Rocks.
Ooh, you know what? That's like permanently in my classroom now, and I probably played that like 10 times.
I'm saying the one she logged. And the last one that you did not guess, Wingspan.
We played that many
6 times.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Wingspan is a family favorite.
There you go. There
That's
is
true.
the quiz. I don't know how you guys scored at home.
Wow, that's pretty interesting, actually.
Box of Lies. We played that 2 or 3 times.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. We're going to play that more. So, one thing I've noticed, and it kind of came out here as we're doing this, I really don't have a concept of time because the memories of playing certain games for me are like crazy strong. Like I remember the play. So I don't remember the time frame very well because the memory itself is so strong. So I have a really warped
Yeah,
sense
you do that all the time. It's like
I do that to him all the time.
She was
'cause
shocked when we went through and pulled all the games.
I was like,
82
I
games.
swear we just played that. And he's like, we played it over a year ago with
She's
so-and-so.
like, we
And I'm
played
like,
that. Like, nope.
I remember
we
who we
that
played
one too.
with.
Nope. So,
I remember playing it, but it doesn't feel like it was that long ago. It's really weird, but like I think that's why I remember the game so well because like I have this thing about the gameplay, but the time frame.
All right, so here's how the Great Culling is going to work. I got all 82 games on a spreadsheet printout. They're in alphabetical order, but they're in spreadsheet alphabetical order. If you are an accountant or other user of spreadsheets, you know what that means. It does not do A's and these. You don't skip the...
No articles.
So A's are in the A's, and these are in the...
Oh, so
then,
you are using
so like
articles.
if it's the
Okay.
blah, 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 it's going to be under T's.
Okay.
So they're
it is using articles.
pseudo-alphabetical order.
Okay.
The way it's going to work is we have 2 voting things.
Can you see them? Sometimes they're a little reflective. We got sad face for Cole. Whoop. And we have happy face for keep.
All right. So if we both vote keep. If we both vote keep. No, 1, keep. If we both vote keep. This is your cue. We're keeping the game, and there's no further discussion. We're going to introduce all the games quickly. If we both vote Cole.
Nerf, you're right.
Cole. It's out. No discussion. But if we vote opposite, we have to justify our position, and we're going to come to a decision live on the air.
Throw down.
So there you go.
We're going to have epic rap battles to just... Yes, I'm 41 Nerf. Maybe that's what it is. I'm just senile. It's possible.
Yeah, her time perception is weird. She's like,
It
we
is.
played that like 2 weeks ago. No, we played it 5 years ago.
Okay, it's not that bad.
All right, here we go. And we're off. The
Rehearsal.
Oh,
no.
And we did not compare notes. This is all live. There was no discussion.
You're assuming I took notes. You're so
No, I'm saying
cute.
we didn't discuss
Oh.
pre-discuss games or anything like that. All right, here we go. First game.
This is off the cuff.
First game.
Oh, sorry. Hang on.
A feast
Hang
for
on.
Odin. This is a Uwe Rosenberg.
Uwe.
Did I say Uwe?
You did.
Uwe Rosenberg.
You way wrong.
Uwe Rosenberg game.
Oh,
It is a worker placement
gamer
game.
dome.
It is probably his heaviest worker placement game. There's like 60 plus places to put workers. You're also texture-seeing pieces on boards.
Okay,
kind of like
okay.
patchwork.
Yes. Good question.
What?
They're asking, how the heck did this not get played? Okay. Hunter also made a point of hoarding some of our favorite games, so we have fun stuff to play at the end instead of the dregs.
And then
Joke's on him. We didn't even get to them.
And then we had to scramble
Now
to
he's
get
gotta
as
fight
many
to
done as
save
we
his
could.
games. That's right.
Yeah, there is a lot of our favorites in this grouping.
If you
so
pull
they're
right
easy
by.
votes. All right, ready? You ready? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, vote. Woo woo. Done.
Sold.
Get it out of here.
Okay. I'm not going to be able to leave my seat by the end of this.
Acquire. This is a
Dusty game.
stock market-ish kind of game. It's an economic game. You're putting hotels on the board. There's like a grid of places you're putting little pieces on the board, and you're trying to connect pieces together to create hotel chains. And then as time goes by, the hotel chains will touch each other, and then they absorb each other. And you can buy stock in the hotels, and you're trying to make as much money as possible by investing in hotels, knowing when to get out of hotels, that sort of thing.
Yep. It's true.
So here we go. 1, 2, 3, shoot!
Yay!
Done. Next. Airlines Europe. So this is one of my go-to teach new people games. I usually teach this at conventions, but for whatever reason, I haven't been to many conventions where we played a lot of games
Not
lately.
lately.
So I haven't really taught
This last year, not so much.
I haven't really taught this
Year
for a long
before?
time. This is Ticket to Ride-esque. It's like Ticket to Ride Plus. So basically, you're basically building routes of planes across the board. As you make the routes longer and longer, the airlines become more valuable. This is another stock game where you're collecting stock in those airlines. You're trying to accumulate the most money at the end of the game.
Right.
So there you go. Airlines Europe. Nope. All right, next. This is boring so far.
Oh, just wait.
Animals on Board. Animals on Board. This is a set collection game. This is a I Split You Choose game. So you're going to have these groups of animals out in the middle. Whoever's it for the turn is going to spread them out into different groups. You're going to draft a group. You're trying to collect sets of animals. You don't want 2 of any animal because Noah has a monopoly on 2. So
That
if you ever get
turkey.
if you ever get a pair of animals, they score no points. But a single animal and more than 2 animals do score you points. You're trying to get as many points as possible doing that.
Fun family game.
1, 2, 3, shoot!
Whoa, what's
It's gone! It's out of here!
Hey, heads up though. Just because we're calling this does not mean that is a bad game.
No.
In fact, if it was in our collection, it was heavily researched and enjoyed for quite some time. So, all of these games are awesome. They get the Thomas and seal of approval,
Next.
unless we say otherwise.
Next. Oh, they're voting. I like how they're voting. That's good.
I like this.
that.
Yes.
All right.
They said they want to be the tiebreakers.
Well, you know what? We may take that into consideration.
We might.
All right, Aquasphere. This is a Stefan Feld game. It is a game where you're going out in like an underwater type place. You're going
Under
out
the
and doing
sea.
different things. You're building out labs and you're fighting off little squid guys.
Love those squid
you're
guys.
doing little robots to guard areas and stuff like that. So it's kind of a interesting theme, but it's very logisticy. Is that a word?
Logistical?
Logisticy. So there you go.
Can I call him?
Stefan Feld Aquasphere. 1, 2, 3, shoot! You gotta keep all.
Are you surprised?
Oh, you gotta keep all.
Are you surprised that I said keep?
I thought you might call it.
It's Yeah, we kept it. Call it with fire.
We're keeping all
Hector.
the Felds. Feld is our favorite designer. We're gonna keep all those because
Come
it's
on
kind of
now.
like when you're collecting like
Stamps?
stamps. And there's one stamp with like
A bug?
a bug on it, and you hate bugs, you're still going to collect it. All right,
Maybe.
next up, Arcadia Quest. This is a
Game of
I would
most
say a
epic
dungeon
play ever.
exploring game, but it's not really dungeon exploring because the whole dungeon's set up when you start. It's kind of video game-esque. You're going out to do different quests. You're like, you have to go to this point and fight this thing or kill 2 of these things, and it's kind of a race to do that. It's video game-esque in that when your characters die, they kind of respawn at the start point and they go back out again. You can play it as a one-shot or you can play a full-blown campaign. We did play a full-blown campaign of this not live, but we're pre-recorded. We have the entire campaign on our channel. It has our best ending ever
To a game.
at the end of that campaign.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Arcadia Quest. 1, 2, 3, shoot! It's gone.
Shocked? Appalled?
All right, we're on your side now. This is we haven't had any opposites yet. This is crazy.
Oh, it's
All
happening.
right, so Roma. All right, so this isn't actually Roma. This is Arena 2 is the one we haven't played. That's the second game, but you can combine them into one game.
Have we done that?
No, we haven't. We haven't played Arena 2
What the heck? What
in
is
the
it?
last year. We got Roma. We got Arena 2 first. Then we got Roma. We played Roma this year, but we did not play Arena 2.
What? Okay.
Arena 2 is actually in the
I
box.
don't even know what just happened.
Arena 2 is in the box. See, Arena, Roma 2.
The ultimate game of compatibility. Yes.
So, there you go. So, explain. I didn't even explain what it is. It's
It's a phone game.
it's a lot like
one is this?
Battle Line. If you played it, you got these.
Oh, this one. Okay.
You got a line of like a middle ground between you, and there are dice faces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're basically putting things on opposite sides of each other and attacking each other and that sort of thing. It's card drafting, not drafting, card placing, I guess, not really drafting. Anyway, there you go.
We're getting technical up in here.
Arena Roma 2. 1, 2, 3, shoot!
Wow.
It's Steph and Felds!
Give me that.
You're gonna know the answer to all the Felds. Sorry.
Okay, that's
Spoilers.
Lame.
All right, baseball highlights. All right,
Baseball highlights.
Baseball
2025.
highlights is a deck building game where it simulates baseball. Kind of in the future, you're like various robots. They got like tricked up names.
In the future, they play baseball by
that is like variations of real baseball players, and they have like cyborg names and things like that. It's a deck building in that you play one game, your deck gets a little bit better. You play another game, it gets a little bit better. And you play a series of games, like first one to win 3 games or whatever. That's enough about that. Ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot!
What?
You actually voted Cole? I thought you liked this game.
I do like this game, but no one else plays it, so bye!
This is boring. I am shocked we're agreeing on all of these. This is blowing my mind. All right, Battlestar Galactica.
What? Now remember, these aren't games that we just randomly picked. These are the games we didn't get to play, so therefore it's on the culling board. Okay.
Correct. This isn't. We're not
This
necessarily.
is not just we're randomly picking games. We're like, not sure.
No, these
about
are
this
all
one.
the games we have not played in the last.
Because we made decisions
months.
about the games we've already played.
Correct.
These are the games we're not
There's
sure
been
about.
some that have been called along the way.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Battlestar Galactica is a hidden trader game where you play a role in the game that's based on the TV series Battlestar Galactica. You're going out and you're basically doing almost worker placement type activities. You go to different places on a ship, and that gives you an action that you can do. You can also jump on ships and go out and fight the bad guys, the Cylons. And at some point, there's I guess there's like a midpoint of the game. There could be an additional traitor, and eventually the Cylon gets revealed, and the bad guys are fighting the good guys. And the good guys are trying to keep jumping away from the bad guys, and if they jump far enough away, they get away, and the good guys win. Otherwise, the bad guys win. And there's other ways to win and lose, but it's a hidden traitor game. All right, 1, 2, 3, shoot!
Okay, I was like, I'm keeping that bad boy.
Oh my gosh! I'm about to pick one just to start an argument.
And this is what? Never mind.
All right, next up, Blood Bowl, the real one.
Oh. Okay. You can explain how you even got this. Oh, don't dust it towards me. I'm not going to be able to breathe. I'm going to be itchy now. Why?
Until this one has been played.
Oh, why'd you do that?
All right, Blood Bowl.
Oh.
Blood Bowl. This is Blood Bowl 2nd edition. This is the one I played back in the day in college. We did leagues and tournaments and all sorts of fun stuff. This is the version I played. I put this as my number 1 on my nostalgia or most wanted. What is it called? Grail games. Number 1 of my Grail games we did like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh,
Shortly
okay.
thereafter, my in-laws,
Yes.
Rebecca's parents,
I was like, what?
bought this as a birthday present because I guess they either saw my list or
Yeah,
someone,
they did. They watched it. They watched the
and
videos.
they got it for me. So there you go.
Yep.
Blood Bowl, if you don't know, it's a football simulation game, but you actually like attack and beat each other up and cause injuries and kill people and all sorts of fun stuff. So there you go. There's a brand new, somewhat new version of this game that came out recently, but this is the one that came out in like 92. I want to say 92.
I thought somebody said it on the... No. Okay.
92.
Just go with it. Come on, we're going to be here all night if you look at the
91,
year for
1991.
every game.
All right, here we go.
Gosh.
1, 2, 3, shoot! It's a present. It's upside down.
Wow. Really? Wow.
All right, next up, Blood Bowl Team Manager. All right, this is the younger, lesser brother to Blood Bowl. They took Blood Bowl and made it into a... Is it a deck building game?
It's almost like the game that you hate to play with me, Smash Up.
Yeah, it's very Smash Up.
It's very Smash Up.
You have a series of different games, and you're playing your players out to that game. You're attempting to win that game. Basically, after everyone's put all their players down, they kind of fire off and score, and things happen, and you win games based on if you have the more points or not. You're pushing. It's kind of a what they call it, a tug of war game. Basically, the football, it starts in the middle, and you're pulling it back and forth based on what players are put on that base. So it's very much like Smash Up. Except much better than Smash Up.
Anyway.
1, 2, 3, shoot!
Really? You want to cull this game? Why?
I don't know. I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
It has a lot of the same issues as Smash Up, especially when you get up to 3 players of figuring out who's winning the football game.
That's part of the fun.
Oh no, it's not.
It's supposed to be fun and chaotic. That's Blood Bowl. It's just...
No, it's not Blood Bowl.
It's a card
You don't
version.
score points. You don't attack each other. You don't kill people. Well, I guess you kind of attack each other and do kill people. But I remember it's okay 2-player, but I remember us playing it 3-player, and
it was awesome.
It was so chaotic and ridiculous.
That's the point.
What is this? What's the chat saying? They're saying
That you would cull it because of Smash Up.
it's better. I will say this: it is much better than Smash Up. It's much easier to calculate, and it has a progression. Unlike Smash Up, which doesn't have a progression, this one does because you get star players and you add things to your deck as you go.
Cool,
all right, talk me into it. We'll keep it. Where's the coal pile? You have a coal?
I've thrown them over there.
Oh, okay. All right, she talked me into it. I may have just done that to cause an argument.
Oh, you were trusting that I was going to keep it?
No, actually, I didn't carry it away.
Wow. Interesting.
Bonanza. I'll let Rebecca describe this one.
Okay, so this is this little card game. Okay, I know how Hunter's going to vote for this. It's just going to happen. But what you have is you've got these different... The art's just stupid. It's a bunch of different beans. It could be whatever. But you get a bunch of sets. But what's interesting about this game is the order in which you get your cards matters. And you have a specific order how you can play them. So you have to plan out your turn so that you can get your sets. Because you have to plant the cards you have, whether they match or not. And that might mean getting rid of a set you've been working on. So there's a lot of trading and planning and stuff that goes into the game. It's a lot of fun.
Vote!
For most people.
Alright. I'll allow it to be kept if this goes to your school.
Well, then doesn't that count as a coal?
Exactly. Well, no, those eventually come home.
Maybe. He's hoping not.
Okay, why should we keep it? I don't.
You know,
All right, so here's the
I have a better chance of playing with my students.
Here's the thing
than
about
I
this
do
game,
with him because
and this is true with many games.
oh,
In this game, like some games, and this is why I don't like, for the most part, pure trading games.
it's not pure.
It is almost pure trading.
You can trade with the middle.
If you get lucky. No, you don't trade with the middle. You get whatever crap is there if no one takes it. Here's the thing.
Oh.
And this happens to me in a lot of games like this. Everyone goes, I'm just not going to trade with Hunter. And the whole table just bands together.
That's petty,
the whole table
petty.
bands together and says, we're not going to trade with Hunter. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. There is nothing you can do about it.
I don't do that. I've only done that for a turn because you were being a butthead. That's different. Don't look at me like that. Don't you do it.
I do not like games where you cannot... You're relying on other people to play your game.
We should have just kept Quo Vadis just to give you PTSD. I swear he's got PTSD from that game. We're going to have a discussion about that game sometime. It's very amusing.
So that is
Anyway.
why I dislike this game. Because...
All right. Just because I...
Because like for example, let me give you
I
for
should've brought a
example.
soapbox.
Let me give you for an example.
I understand.
Example.
You get picked on.
Catan.
You get picked
People
on.
can refuse to trade with you, but you can still do well at that game.
That's true.
People can say we're just not going to trade with you. You can do 3 for 1.
That's true,
You can go to a port and figure out a way to get a 2 for 1 place that you can build an engine there. You don't need people. It's better if they trade with you, but you don't need people to trade with you.
Yeah.
Bonanza,
Yeah.
you have to have people trading with you to win this game. Period.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like that
No,
game.
I understand. You get bandwagoned against
They asked
it.
if the girls like this game.
Actually, it's a funny story. We have my first Bonanza, which Nessa, like, flat out adored for a really long time. She's only recently kind of quit playing it, to be honest. And I personally like it just as much as this game. It's almost as meaty, but it just simplified it a little bit so that kids can pick it up, and I love it. So, yeah.
So
Katie's
my
hit or
vote
miss on these
is
kind of
we
games.
keep the kids game, and this one can go to your school.
I will accept.
All right. So people mentioned
board
Cash
game
and Guns.
club
Yes,
should
that's
be
a very
watching
similar
this.
situation with Cash and Guns. We may be discussing this shortly. Because in Cash and Guns, everyone can go, I'm shooting you every turn, and you cannot play the game.
Oh, this game.
Oh, well, look here.
Oh, you
Cash
mean
and
this
Guns.
key?
That's not the next one, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It actually is the next one.
Actually, well, no, technically it wouldn't have
So,
been, but that's
before
all
we get in the argument about Cash and Guns, let's talk about it. So, Cash and Guns, in this game, you are a group of thugs that had just robbed a place, and you're going to go back to your hideout to divide the loot. And then everyone pulls guns on each other, like in the classic, like, thuggery movies. And and then you have a choice. There's real bullets and there's fake bullets. So you have to decide, am I going to stay in and risk being shot if anyone's pointing a gun at you? Or do you drop out, but then you don't get a cut of the loot? So you have a choice. And should I talk about it before? I'll vote first.
3, 2, 1, go. What?
The reason.
Okay.
So here's
now I am intrigued.
So here's
Do tell.
here's my reasoning. I do not like this game because everyone points guns at me, but that's beside the point.
Sorry.
This
That's the point.
if you
I know what
if
you're
you
saying.
don't if you don't target people, and if you have an actual
You aim at the ceiling.
no, you know what I mean. If you have a fair and equal group, this is actually a really, really, really fun game.
It's true. In other words, Hunter doesn't want to play with children.
But the only reason I don't like this game is because the kids always
Daddy!
shoot me every single game, and they laugh and giggle, and I deal with it because they're kids. But when I've played it with adults who aren't mean and evil and stuff,
Oh, so this wasn't with Tommy then, is what you're saying?
this is actually
that's right, I
a
eyed you.
really fun party game.
No, it is. It is. I'm just messing. I don't even think we've played it with Tommy, have we?
No, I don't think so either.
But yeah, no, okay. But, it's okay.
But I'm really honestly waffling. If you don't care for it, we can
No,
accept.
I don't care, because most
You
of
obviously
the time...
can't take this to your game group.
Oh, yeah, let's take the gun game to school. See how long I last at school.
What are they saying over there?
Rebecca's last day at work. Bazinga.
Yeah, I'm with Nerf. This is a really good game.
No, it is. It's hilarious. But you're right. It's got to be with the right group.
Right. But even so, even if the girls are goofy and point it and shoot me, I don't care. It's just it's fun, and it's only like a half-hour game, so it's not that big a deal. So if this was a longer game and more involved, and it's another game that plays more, lots of players. It plays up to 8 people.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. No, it is, and there's expansions for this or was it a second version where they had the extra guns?
They have
and
different
stuff?
guns.
Those were cool. That was fun.
Yeah.
I don't think we have.
No, we don't have any
those.
expansions.
We just have the base game, but those are fun too. Actually. All right. Wow. I'm surprised.
All right. So you agree with me? You're not going to force it?
No, I'm not going to force that. I mean, I enjoy it. I'm terrible at it.
I think it's a good party game.
But it's a funny, just silly, stupid game. I love it.
Yep. And it's one of the few games that... I'll sweep it this way.
Gosh. I should have taken allergy stuff and put a mask
All right,
on for
Carcassonne. This is one of the, I guess, modern classic board games, I guess. It's a tile placement game. You basically have a hand of tiles. You're going to play the tiles down to a central area. You have to match them up. The sides have to match up correctly. You're trying to connect roads. You're trying to build cities. You're putting stuff around a monastery. And you have little meeple guys that you put on or ladies. You put them on the board, and you're basically claiming that area. And then at the end of the game, once all the tiles are done, that possibly can be played, you do a scoring based on cities and who has roads and farms and things like that. This one is the big box version. It has 5 expansions in the box. I don't think we played more than one of those.
Yeah.
Maybe one.
Yep.
So there you go. There's Carcassonne.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, shoot! It's out of here!
I might try to con you out of some of these games for the board game group, just saying.
That's fine. It's just...
A board game
I just
gonna
have...
be so happy.
I mean, I see the value in Carcassonne
No,
as a gateway
By the way,
game, as an
sorry, Sam.
introductory game, but I just have zero interest in playing this game.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I really loved, honestly, that my first Carcassonne that Nessa had, that was just fun, cute. The real simplified game. She fell in love with that. I can't remember what it's... I don't think
My
it's
first
called...
Carcassonne.
Is it my first Carcassonne? That's really fun. And this one, I don't know why we just never got really hooked on Carcassonne. It never really... We just never got excited about it.
It's just a long... For as simplistic as it is a longer game.
That's what it is.
That game needs to be like 15... I mean, King Domino, for me, it killed Carcassonne. Because it's so quick, so fast. You have your own place you're building.
Yeah,
you're not relying on other
dimensions.
players to either mess up or whatever. You're building your own little tableau.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather play King Domino over that any day.
Yep.
I want to play Kabuki Kid. She said that Carcassonne the City. I want to try that game. That game actually looks really interesting to me. It has more going on. It seems like it has a little bit more going on to it than the base Carcassonne.
Yeah.
All right, onward. You empty? Are you empty over there?
I'm empty. The chair's empty, so it's time to start.
We have to pause while we gather more games. Won't you count how many we've culled? Because someone asked that earlier.
We have culled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games right now. We have 5 games that are culled. That's not too shabby. We've kept triple that. Oh my.
All right.
Those are heavy hitters
That
there.
was a heavy stack of games. All right, here we go.
Whew, okay.
Onward we go.
Let's do this. Yeah.
Woo woo. All right. So this is Catan, one of the Catan Histories games. This is Trails to Rails. This is about building the railroad system across the United States. It has some of the same trappings of Catan. If you played that, you have areas you control and you get resources and stuff based on dice rolls. But you have a pick up and deliver system with rails. You're building rails as well, and you're delivering cubes from point to point. So I think that mostly covered it. I'm out of breath. Whew. There's some heavy games over there.
Oh, we need to start working out more.
I'm old and out of breath. All right, so there you go. That's what this is. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Okay, I know you're going to be like thinking I'm crazy. I want to play it again before we cull it because I remember it being distinctly different in play feel to the other Catan games. And I liked it better.
I agree with you to a point. It does have more going on. It is more interesting, but here's the minuses for this game. I think I may win.
If you say it's Catan for one, I'll smack you.
Okay, so I have one less minus to the game, but I still have minuses. Minus number 1. It only plays 3 or 4 players.
That's true.
Which Catan, that's what Catan is. I don't know if there's even 2-player Catan. I don't know if there's a 2-player.
No, we've joked about
it. Only plays 3 or 4 players, but here's the biggest minus. This game plays 2 to 3 hours. How many other games of that weight?
So does chess. Let's put a timer on the table.
No. Oh. This game plays 2 to 3 hours if you're lucky. That doesn't include the setup and the teach. 2 to 3 hours. How many other games would we play before this game in 2 to 3 hours? I can list 200 games I'd play before this game.
I can name that song in 2 notes. Hunter. All right.
I think you have fond memories of this game because this is one of the first heavy games we played. This isn't that great of a game.
I didn't say it was amazing. Oh, we're only keeping amazing? Is that what's going on here?
And I thought we agreed to keep one Catan.
But this is Catan Histories.
Catan.
See, dust is getting me.
See right here? Catan.
Fine. You win.
Oh, it's out of here.
Alright, fine.
Alright, here we go.
Taking that to board game group. I'll play 2 hours there.
Now, you don't have a 2-hour time.
We do it finals.
Alright. Clank. Clank is a deck building game mixed with a kind of a dungeon crawl-ish game. So basically you have a little meeple guy that you're going down through a dungeon and you're trying to collect treasures and get out before the dragon kills you, or you run out of time, effectively. The dragon kills you.
Or you're noisy like you always are.
But it's a deck building game. You start out with a bunch of crappy cards, and then eventually you get better and better and better cards.
You like games that start out crappy. That's his favorite word. Crappy cows.
Excuse me.
Crappy cards. Crappy things.
I think that's enough. Deck building, dungeon exploring, collect treasures, get out before you die. There you go.
He's going to hit Cole, and I'm going to...
1, 2, 3, shoot!
Of course.
The only reason we would not keep this is I like Clank in space better.
But
this has a place.
And I actually think I like this a tiny bit better than Clank in Space. Not that my vote seems to matter. But hey, you know.
Onward.
He's ignoring me tonight.
Clans of Caledonia.
Whiskey.
So Clans of Caledonia is...
whiskey barrels.
What?
It has little whiskey barrels and little cheese and stuff in this. It's ridiculous. You get to brew things. What?
Clans of Caledonia is a resource management game where you're actually going out on a board, you're taking over different areas that give you different ways to make resources. It has one of my favorite economic systems where there's resources have values, and as you buy and sell those resources, they go up and down in value. There's several games that have that going on in it. It also has a thing where as you take workers and buildings off of your board, you get more and more powerful, kind of like, well, a lot of games are doing that now. It's just got a lot of cool mechanisms going on in it.
Says you.
It has you have a clan superpower that's very unique and very powerful. I like that in games as well. I think we know where this is going for me. Let's see what Rebecca votes. 1, 2, 3, shoot!
Of course, I'm going to keep it.
I'm actually going to play this game at BGG Con. I scheduled a game to play.
That's cool.
So I'm excited.
Oops, I put it in Nicole's side. I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm kidding. I like that game.
Codenames Disney. Disney, apparently she played Codenames a lot, but she did not play Codenames Disney. This is a Disney version of Codename. Obviously, on one side you have... I don't think you have words at all on one side. It's all pictures, right?
Yeah, it's Disney pictures.
Or is there words on one side?
What?
Is there words on one side?
Oh my gosh, you're just making stuff up.
I don't remember.
You don't even know.
Yeah, see? Words. There's words on one side.
You don't use that side. Use the cool pictures.
But anyway, it's Disney themed. It has Disney, all kinds of Disney pictures, but it's Codenames. If you know what Codenames is, you have a little grid thing, the pictures laid out in the grid, and you have a grid that tells you where your particular pictures are. So you're trying to get your teammates. You're trying to get your teammates to guess the right places, but not guess the other teams. Or there's what's the spy assassin or something. If you get that spot, you automatically lose.
It blows up the universe.
And the trick of the game is you're trying to give them a clue and such that they can guess multiple tiles at once. That's kind of where the the strategy in the game
the
come
trick.
in. There you go. Codenames Disney.
Do I need to start talking? You're scaring me.
Maybe.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. It's a family fave. It's actually my favorite Codenames.
The girls like it, so
Yep.
it's going to stay.
And they play it. They can play Codenames and hold their own in it. It's pretty cool. I can do it too. Words, right? Thems is what we call it. At the end of the day, it's true. Dude, Cole.
Coliseum. This is the TMG reprint of the Days of Wonder game. It is a... What kind of game is this?
Racing, set collection,
So basically, you're trying to put on performances in the Coliseum. You do that by collecting various tiles. You're trying to a performance has a certain listing of tiles. You're trying to get as many of those as possible. You get them through drafting and trading and that sort of thing. You also can buy upgrades to your little Coliseum. There's dudes moving around the board, and if they're inside your Coliseum, when you put them on your performance, you get extra points. And it has a unique scoring system, somewhat unique. I'm sure there's other games that have it. Scoring system that whichever performance is best.
Your best score. You only keep your best
That's
score.
your score. You don't, if you have ones that are not as good, they don't help add to your score. Only
like when
your
you
best performance
retake
counts.
something. Hopefully you hope your teacher gives you the higher.
Hey, we got money! Australian money!
Aw, for being wrong.
Why was I wrong? What did I get wrong?
I think they said they were wanting to call Codenames Disney. Everyone was like, call it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. That's hilarious, Nerve.
So there you go. There's Coliseum.
But yeah.
And this has got
Yes,
metal,
it is 3 players and up. Yes.
It's got-
You guys know our
It
little...
has metal coins and all that good stuff to it.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, shoot! Done.
Yeah, we're keeping this. 3 players, what? I'll play 2 players. I don't care. I love this game. You heard me.
All right, here
you
we
heard
go.
me. Salsa.
So this is Concordia and Salsa. We tend to,
Actually doesn't
for
mean
whatever reason, we
that.
tend to throw away the base game and keep the expansion box if
Well,
possible.
not always, but it's just lately the expansion boxes have been cooler.
I don't know, I just like this box more than the Grape Lady.
Did I not just say that? I just said that.
The Grape
Yeah,
Lady.
now we've got random dude,
I like that the box is just
snooty
falling
dude,
open on
and
us.
confused dude who's
I'm going to have to
actually
lay
not
this
focusing on-
down because the box wants to,
Yeah, it's a little bit full.
it wants to open up.
It's a little bit full.
All right, so Concordia is a
Salt game.
trading in the Mediterranean. No,
You
It's-
cannot get more trading in the Mediterranean than this game that's
There's
about
no trading
in the Mediterranean.
There's no trading in the Mediterranean.
There is totally
You don't
trading.
trade.
Somebody is trading because someone's buying what you're selling.
That's true. So there is. This
Just
is.
saying.
It's kind of a hard. It's a pseudo deck building game. So you start out with a set of cards. As the game goes by, you're drafting more and more cards into your deck. Those
Yeah.
cards are usually more powerful than
They
the
are
base cards.
not really. Tall.
Also, at the end of the game, those cards, the ones that you draft will score. There's like combination. You have different combinations of cards. They score you more points. But as you go along, you're building these trading posts. I think they're trading posts. And
in the
you're
Mediterranean,
collecting resources and money. It's a resource management game. You have little ships and little dudes that you're moving around the board to build those trading posts. I think I said enough. There you go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, shoot! This is one of our favorite games. So
Yeah.
that's one of the ones I kind of saved for us to play later, and we never played it.
Yeah, huh. Interesting. Same with Coliseum, apparently.
All right, here's the one that weighs
James.
20 pounds.
Conquest of the Empire. A 27-hour game where you conquest the Empire.
Kind of. All right, so Conquest.
It is, but it's the Roman
Conquest
Empire.
of the Empire is a Risk-esque game. You're basically getting troops. You're building roads, and what's kind of unique about Conquest versus other kind of dudes on the map game, you build these roads, and you can move troops quickly along the road. So if you have
Roman roads.
if you move a guy, normally you'd move him once to the next adjacent region.
That's a whole thing of dust, by the way. Good job.
Adjacent region, they actually fly along the road and go somewhere else. And you can build ships, and you put dudes on the ships, and you can float the ship guys around the ship to attack other people. But at its heart, it's basically
The Romans conquer everybody at the end.
attack each other, kill each other, last man standing kind of game.
How very Roman.
So in this box, this is the 2005 version. I wanted to get the original version because that's the one
This
that
was
I
cool,
played.
though.
This is probably Conquest Empire may, other than like really small card games, maybe one of my most played games because I played this like ad nauseum.
Odd Nausea.
That word. When I was in college, I played it over and 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 over again. So it was kind of a nostalgia pick. There's a story behind this particular game. I was at the Dice Tower Con flea market bazaar, whatever they call it.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And
was this
I was
game?
yes.
Oh, okay.
And I was walking along and I spied Conquest of the Empire up on the top of a shelf. And it wasn't the one I wanted. I wanted to get the original version. But I thought, hey, and I look and there's Richard Borg.
That's right, I forgot about
And
that.
I'm like, hey.
That's Richard Borg.
And I said, hey, what about Conquest of the Empire? What's going on with it? What? He says, like, I bought the game, I opened it up, I read the rules, and looked at the pieces and closed it up and put it back on the shelf and never touched it again.
Apparently he does that a lot to study rules.
Yeah, he just wanted to read the rules. This is back in the day.
I thought that was really cool.
And he sold it to me for a song and the dance, and I should have had him sign it now that I think about it. But anyway, so there's my story with Conquest of the Empire.
Gee, let me think about what Hunter's vote's going to be.
Boom.
Of course we're going to keep that ridiculousness. Richard Borg touched this.
Yeah, he said he does that a lot. He did that a lot when he was designing his games, is that he would see a game that he thought was interesting. He would just buy the game. Because back in the day, you didn't have online rule books and crap like that. So he'd just buy the game, read the rules, kind of examine how the pieces worked, and then put it away.
That's so cool.
So.
That was fun.
All right, we're done with another shelf. So count. What's our coal count?
Our coal count is now at 6. You sound sad.
I wanted.
By your silence, you're sad. You're like, I wanted something.
I wanted
gone.
50.
We're not done yet, dude. We're in level. We're in the letter C. Calm down.
We are only in the letter
We're
C.
in the letter C. We're gonna be here all night. Oh, we need to move faster, dude. You gotta quit telling stories about every stupid
All right,
game.
we'll go faster. But I like
Only
telling,
with the
I like
games he doesn't
telling
like.
stories.
Yeah, but we're gonna be here till midnight. Okay. You guys won't be. You'll be like...
Cottage Garden. It's a Uwe Tetris game.
Oh, Lord.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Yeah. Oh, why?
Patchwork's better and plays faster.
This has cats and a garden.
I have like no interest in playing this game at all.
Well, then it's going to my board game group and poo-poo to you.
Can they even play it? Let me see.
Can I even play it?
It's an hour game. How long does your board game group meet?
We go from 4:15 to like 5:30 or 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just if I'm gonna play a game like that, I'll just play Patchwork. It's quicker, easier. Sorry.
Wow.
Not sorry.
You just wanted to add more.
So that got cold, but it's technically, like she said, she's going to go rummage through that and take some of those to the
Heck
board
yeah,
game
I'm
group.
rummaging. I'm going to make some people happy.
All right.
Hey, pick something.
I
Let's go.
actually skipped one.
Yeah, I know you did.
Core Worlds, deck building game in space.
Dude, yeah, y'all know. 1, 2, 3. Heck yeah, we're keeping this.
Probably my favorite deck building game.
One of mine. And if you tried to call
This
that...
is another one I
senseless.
saved for the end that didn't get played.
Yep. Made me sad.
All right, here we
In
go.
fact, what's funny is I thought we had played that within a year. We played it like right before we started the Great Culling project.
James made a good point. Barron Park's better than Cottage Garden. I'd played that one before Cottage Garden, too.
Okay, you're right. But that one has cats. Okay.
I don't care about
I
cats.
know you don't
Dungeon
care.
Pets. Worker placement game where you're raising monsters. And you have to clean up poop.
That doesn't sell it. I don't know what will.
You told me to go faster.
1, 2, 3.
It's out of here.
Bye.
So quickly, why it's being cold?
Yes.
There's a 50 worker placement games I'd played before this one. I love the theme, but it is convoluted. It is heavy.
It is.
It is
For what it is,
just
it's a
too
little heavy.
much. And
But it is fun. It's fun for something different.
but if you like thematic games, it's pretty thematic.
Yep. Lots of poop to clean. Maybe that's just too much real life right now. Yeah. Just saying. Alright. Goodbye, Dungeon Pets. We love you.
All right, Dungeon. This game is from the 80s. I want to say mid 80s.
Not that particular game, though.
Well, this one's not, though. They've reprinted it a bazillion times, but came out in the mid 80s, I think. 85?
Yes. And
84?
this was one of the first games that you taught, like, the whole dungeon crawl idea to Nessa with.
Right.
She was teeny when you started playing with
I
her.
played this guy. This is one of my first non
Tim.
One of my first non-mass market games. If you consider this not mass market, it's kind of not mass market. It was made by TSR back in the day. Who makes it now? Wizard of the Coast. There you go. So same thing. So this is a game where you're going around in a dungeon. You're fighting monsters. You're rolling dice. You have different characters that are better against some monsters and not as good as against other monsters. You're trying to collect as much treasure as you can before the game ends.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I know. It's a sad day.
So the girls somewhat like this, but this game is... Oh my gosh. I just want to...
Long.
I do not know how I played that game when I was a kid.
Because kids will play... It's like... Play the same thing over and over and over, except for this one, it was just the one time, but you played the same things in the game over and over and over.
I don't know how I
It's a kid
played
thing.
that game as a kid. That game
It's a kid
is
thing.
so boring. It's roll and move. It's so random.
But it is, but...
And it's long.
But back then, too, a lot of those games were like that came out, you know? And it was one of the things that was like...
She said it's not long. It's only an hour. It feels like it's 5 hours. I thought it was roll and move. Is it not roll and move?
Kind of is, I thought.
Or do your character have like a movement speed? I
No,
think that's what it is. I think that's what you're right.
You
You're right.
feel like
you're
it's-
right. So I don't even remember the game. All right, here we go. What's next? Oh, here we go. Boom.
Okay. All right.
So this is the evolution, but it's for kids,
that's
so
right.
it makes it very, very simplistic. It's not as much going on. You have a very few abilities for your monsters. The feeding's much more simplistic. It's just a
downsized evolution.
yes, down for kids. It plays. Nessa started playing this when she was like 6. It's about a half hour long, which is I never played the regular evolution. I assume that's much shorter than the regular one. There you go. 1, 2, 3, shoot!
I was gonna say.
This is one of Nessa's
still love to
favorite
play it.
games,
Yep.
so it's
Yeah.
not going to go away.
No, if it's one of the kids' favorites, not happening.
All right. Ex-Libris. So this is a
That's Latin.
tableau building game. So basically, you're getting these cards, which are books, and you're trying to put them on shelves and put them in such a way that they're in alphabetical order. It's a worker placement game where you start out with a certain number of worker placement spots. As the game goes on, there's more spots added and some of them are removed. So every game is very different. You don't have like a standard board where you have worker placement spots. It's all tricked up every game.
Yep.
Ah.
I think you basically set it in summary.
All right, 1, 2, 3, shoot! I can't believe you're calling this. I am shocked.
I was...
A library-themed game, and you're calling it?
I know, but it was not what I expected it to be.
It
was not.
It kind of fell flat.
I liked it. I didn't love it. I was expecting to love it. I don't know. I don't know what I thought this game was going to be, but it just wasn't the same. It's got really cool like things in it. It's not like it's not a good game. It just didn't hit. I don't know. I just felt like it was maybe misadvertised.
There was never a moment where I went, "Wow, this is cool."
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
I just never got the. It just. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
It feels like work.
You taking off Nerf? Aw, bye.
Bye, Nerf. Thanks for the Aussie dollars. Aussie.
Oi.
All right, I'm shocked. Call me shocked. I'm shocked.
Hey, shocked. I'm Rebecca.
Expedition Luxor. So this is a reprint. This is a retheming. If you call it, there's no theme, but there's it's a retheming
Robber Knights.
of Robber Knights. Which, spoilers, I hated Robber Knights. So this is a game where you're putting tiles down, and then you have these discs that you're putting on the board, and you're trying to have the highest stack of discs or something. I don't even remember. Anyway.
Yep.
If you played Robber Knights, it's the same as that game.
Yep.
They have an expansion-ish added in.
Oh,
with
yes,
pyramids or something, but it's Robber Knights.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
1, 2, 3, shoot!
Let me guess, you put coal? Yeah, I want to keep it. I like the game, and even more, the girls like this game, and they've gone to it and played it several times. When they remember, they forget what it is sometimes with the new box. But because Robber Knights, we ended up having a piece missing or something weird. So we
actually found it sitting up on top of that.
Oh, did we finally
Robber
find
Knights
it?
is gone now.
Yeah, Robber Knights is long gone because it was like for years it was missing. So they forget that this is the game, but they liked playing it oddly enough a lot. So And I just think
the
it's an
aspect
easy.
look better. It's
This one looks
basically the
better. I
same.
like this one better.
It's
I like
got
this better.
Egyptian theme. It's got desert and
cooler.
little temples and stuff on the back.
I just like the
All right, you
better.
talked me in. If the girls like it, I can't vote against them.
That's right.
All right.
Except you can vote against me. I see how that is. Look where the priorities are.
Hello. I can't see that. Is it
From South Florida.
what's the name?
Blind.
Jay
Jay Dober.
Jay Dober. 77. Were you born in 77? Rebecca was born in around that time.
Interesting.
I was born much earlier than that. Not much.
Old man.
Somewhat earlier than that. Firefly. This is a very
Long game.
Pick
up and
I'm
deliver.
trying to find the right word.
Let's pick up and deliver.
Extensive. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
Very extensive pick up and deliver game. There's a lot going on. You have characters that have different powers. There's
Yep.
all sorts of reavers going around killing you. And
Oh, spoiler alert.
you
You can tell by his
we
face.
can vote.
1, 2, 3. You can't say that. This is actually not our game.
Here's the thing.
This is Caitlyn's
Here's
game.
the thing.
You can't get rid of it.
I'm voting with my opinion. This game is horrible.
But if you like Firefly, like there's a lot of thematic stuff going on in it.
This game is horrible.
Oh my gosh, you're terrible. She
I
loves this game.
I love Caitlin dearly. If she went up to me and said,
I'd like a
"Oh,
pony."
Papa,
What?
I would like to play Firefly," I would suffer through the 72 hours this game takes to play. But if it's my choice, not in a million years, because this game is horrible. Apologies to the people who like this game, but it's
not
horrible.
to me.
It is
Vile-wise.
horrible. 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 When you're throwing the game to get it over sooner, you know it's a bad game.
Man, you're a terrible human.
But we're going to keep it because it's Caitlin's game. Oh, we're done with another stack. Oh, what's our coal count at?
Our coal count is current. Oh man, you're asking me to count these, and I don't even have them stacked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're at 10. I should write that down somewhere so I don't have to keep track.
How's it going out there, folks?
I'm dying. We're gonna be here till midnight. Move it.
Apparently Hector didn't like my arguments about Firefly.
Well, yeah. I wanted to smack you too.
Flick 'em
Fight, 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 fight.
up.
Right?
Flick 'em up. So this is a team-based,
Spoilers.
and a
for
team can be
this
one
game.
person, but... What?
Huh?
It's a team-based flicking game where you're basically...
We're spinning.
You set up like kind of like a showdown, like an Old West showdown where you have like buildings and hay bales and cactus and stuff sitting around. And you basically have a little disc thing that you're flicking to attack the other player, and you're trying to win. Last man standing wins. But
This town ain't big enough
But-
for both of us.
by the rules, when you flick, you cannot make contact
Oh
with
my
your
gosh.
thumb.
Remember what I said about speeding
You
this
cannot
up?
make
This
contact.
isn't the soapbox night.
I'm having fun. We're already an hour in.
Yeah.
You cannot make contact.
We're on the
You have to
letter
flick
F.
like this.
Oh my gosh.
This is crap.
No, you suck. That's what. Yeah, keep. We're keeping this game. I like this game. This game is greatness. It has a great theme. It's fun. It's great for smack talking. It's great for flicking. And it is hilarious to see how badly you suck at it.
We'll keep it if I never have to play it again.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Done.
I don't want to listen to you whine. I'll play it with everyone else who enjoys playing with it.
Galaxy Trucker. This game is hilarious. Anyway, so with this Galaxy Trucker, it's a game of two parts. The first part, you're grabbing tiles. Well, you can only use one hand. You're grabbing tiles and you're building a ship. Your ship has like guns and cargo bays and crew quarters and shields and all sorts of craziness. And then the second half of the game tries to kill you.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, shoot! This game is so funny.
It's funny.
I spend half my time laughing at everyone when I play this game.
And yourself. Actually,
You
you're pretty good
know,
at it.
back when we talked about Bonanza, when people laughed at me because they
Dun, dun,
wouldn't
dun, dun,
trade.
dun, dun, dun,
I laugh at
dun.
people when their ship blows up in that game.
Because you're a horrible, horrible...
Gold West. Gold West, young man. Gold West. It is a resource management
This
game.
is a little diamond in the rough kind of thing. A little hidden gem that seemed to go completely under the radar.
Yeah. So it has an interesting
Really good
resource
game.
management system. You basically get resources, but they're kind of on a conveyor belt. So you got to kind of time when you're going to get your resources to what things you want to do.
It's like camping.
It's if you watched our when we talked about Macau the other day,
Cacao!
it has the same kind of thing. You can get resources, but you have to kind of time when they come out and when to use them. You're also putting up things on the board, so there's kind of a area control-ish thing going on the board. There's goals you're shooting for.
Sorry, Jade Ober was asking how many we've culled.
10?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Of course we're keeping this. This is nonsense. It's a good game. Come on, move on. Whoop!
All right. I'm going to shorten my description since Rebecca's getting.
I have been spending 2 hours a day feeding baby bunnies. I'm just going to tell you, I'm like a newborn mom again, and I'm exhausted. Anyway, let's do this. Emotep. Intro game. Great game. Family game. Anybody can play this game. 1, 2, 3, vote. Boom. Keeping it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's efficiency. Bring it. Next stack. That's right. Indulgence. Have no clue. Haven't played it yet. In our, shame or opportunity shelf, whatever you want to call that nonsense. 1, 2, 3, vote. We're keeping it. That's right.
We haven't
played it yet.
We haven't played it yet. We don't know anything about it.
Gotta play it. Okay. Next.
Apparently, Rebecca's taking over.
Boom. I told you. We're doing this. You guys are going to have to start timing. Okay. Istanbul. Game of greatness. It's different every time because you place the tiles differently and you move around on these different tiles to go and trade and get things, and you're trying to get these rubies. The rubies are the victory points. You have to get 7 of them to win.
Depends on the number of players.
Depends on the number of players. Apparently last time we played it was 2-player because I think it's 7. So there you go. Ready, set, 1, 2, 3. You better say keep or I'll pop you with this.
This is a top 5.
This is one of my favorite games.
For Rebecca. So.
Yeah. Nope. Not happening. There you go. I would riot. You're right, Kabuki. Jamaica. Pirates. Racing. Has a cool expansion where you get to do mixed up things with the crew and has a bunch of extra stuff with the ship. Encourages fighting every single turn. There you go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. What? Why Cole?
This game is way too long.
Okay, if you play it with the full player count,
This
it's
game
insanely
is
long.
way too long.
That's true.
This game takes forever. It takes forever. You play this game with 6 players. This is 30 to 60 minutes. They're crazy. It's 30 to 60 hours.
Okay, now you're crazy. Maybe it's 30 minutes per player when you play with the full 6. I like that game.
Would you... Okay, let me answer you this. Would you pick this game over the tons of party game type games that we have and social deduction games we have?
It's not any of those. If we want to play a racing game...
Downforce.
But this has more fighting. Downforce is tame. If we're just going to play a straight up...
You don't fight that much, and it's one roll of the die.
I don't think you remember the last game we played. We rolled specifically to land on things so that we would fight.
What's the internet saying?
Yeah, internet, tell us. What do you think? Right. Come on. Get the VP.
The kids haven't played this. The kids haven't played this one.
Yep. So, I don't know what you guys think. This game is... I like it with the crewmen. I know it's extra setup, but...
All right,
you don't like
fine.
It. You don't
keep
like
it.
You don't want to play it. You're not
keep
going to play
it.
I'm not going to play this, am I? Am I going to get to play this?
You have friends.
Apparently
we can't play that 2-player anyway. Does it even play 2-player?
I'm sure it does. Yes, we've played it 2-player.
Have we played it 2-player?
Yeah, we've played this 2-player.
All right,
yeah.
fine.
2 to 6.
It's not that bad, but man, it's when we played it with 6, that game would not end. Because everyone, you keep going backwards and falling back, and oh my gosh, it's
all
crazy.
right, fine. Ugh, you're such a baby.
We can keep it.
No, that's good. All right.
Keyflower. This is a...
Tim.
What?
Clever. He said keep with a K-E-Y.
Oh. So, Keyflower is one of the many key games that... I don't even know his name. Who makes these games? I don't know. My lack of knowledge.
He doesn't have to know.
I don't know. It's Sebastian and Richard, whoever they are. Anyway, this game's an interesting game. It has a weird bidding system. You're bidding different colors of meeples on tiles, and basically you have to, if you want to trump, I guess, the other player, you have to play more of the same color. So there's a little bit of a memory aspect on what meeples the other person has, because if you really want a tile and you know they don't have a certain color meeple, you can just bid one meeple and boom, you got it. You're building up a tableau, kind of a village, I guess, in front of you, where different areas that do different things.
Gatekeeper.
Yeah, there you go.
Game master.
We haven't played this game. I think we've only played this twice.
Yeah, we have.
1, 2, 3, shoot!
Yeah, you look stunned. I'm sorry, I thought it was boring and clunky.
Get it out of here.
Yes! I win! That makes me feel better.
It is not a keeper. It is a goer.
Sorry, I just found it kind of lackluster.
Yeah, I agree. I just kind of kept it because it seems I like the bidding system, but yeah, it's kind of a big game.
Yeah, that was the only thing that was unique, but I didn't find it intriguing enough, so.
La Granja.
La Granja. La Granja. This is a game of gaminess with lots of things.
So this game is
multiple use cards.
It's a tableau building. You have multiple use cards. Your card has 4 different sides to it. Your board has 4 different sections. You put the card in those different sections, and it does different things.
Just like that too. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
It's an interesting game.
It's
I like it. It's
fun.
pretty unique.
It's
I like
different.
how it works.
It's cool.
All right, man, we're just zipping along now.
Yeah, because I started this nonsense. Move. Oh, are we down to the M's? What?
We're over here.
We're over to M? M? Oh, you would put these upside down? You have Lorenzo right there. What the heck?
No, this one, we missed this one. I had to add it later.
Ah, okay. Legend of the
I have
Five
no idea
Rings.
what this is.
Okay. So this was originally a CCG way back in the day. Kind of died out. They reset it. Now it's I think it's an LCG. But it's set in the, like,
We're losing
samurai,
frames.
mystical world, Rokugan. There's lots of different clans. All the clans have special abilities and stuff. I played it when it was a CCG and had a blast with it. A lot of fun. So Caitlin now plays as well. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
It's not for me. It's not. I'll never.
No, this is me and Katie.
I will
Katie and I
never play that game.
Katie and I play this.
Never, ever play that game. All right.
Yeah, it's not your cup of tea. It's my cup of tea.
It is not my cup of tea.
There were a couple CCGs I really got into. That was one of them. Libertalia! This is a piratey goodness of piratiness.
So this is a
roll selection game.
Yeah, basic roll selection. So basically, you'll start out with a hand of different types of crewmen, and you're going to play those kind of simultaneous play them with everyone else, and different things happen, and you're collecting loot on the table.
Yep.
The interesting thing is you have a hand of, I think, 9 cards, but you only play 6 a round, so you have 3 that you carry over to the next round, and you get 6 new ones. So eventually your deck gets a little bit different than everyone else's, and there's some strategy on when you play those cards, because if you're the only one that plays it, sometimes it's really beneficial, so you got to kind of keep track of who's played what.
Yep. It's true. It's true. Ready, set, 1, 2, 3. Bye. We've played it so much.
This game, we played it so many times.
We've played it to death, and now it's kind of lost some of the fun.
This was like our go-to game day game for a long time, and it got old.
But I do like saying, Granny Wata!
Granny Wata.
Granny Wata! It's one of the cards.
Lorenzo il Magnifico!
Okay, we just know. Let's just vote. Come on, man. We know. Come on.
This is one of our favorite games.
Yeah.
It was another one I was saving to the end. So if you watch the show, you know I love Lorenzo il Magnifico.
Bingo. Luna! It's Stefan Feld. Come on, man. Let's just do it. We know. Yeah. That's right, Stefan Feld. It's our collection. Luna's cool because you have these little islands and you travel around to them, and there's also a priest or something that moves around, and you want to avoid one of the priests. I think is a good one and one's a bad one, right?
Yes.
I think you want to try to get there with get to the same island as the good priest, but you want to avoid the bad priest. But it takes a long time and a lot of work to move people, so there's a lot of strategy involved with that. It's really cool. It's actually a pretty cool game.
So Tim, which game were you talking about that you said we're leaving if we call? Was it Luna or Libertalia?
Lorenzo. It was Lorenzo.
Oh, Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I was going to say, he's still here. We're good.
All right.
My village. My village.
So my village
Not your
is
village.
a kind of almost a
My
dice
village.
version of village. You have the same thing where your workers age and die, and you have to decide strategically when they die and which one workers put
You know
where.
what I prefer? I prefer not planning strategically. I was just being sarcastic. We're good. 1, 2, 3. I like village better. Why do we need 2? Just saying.
It's a little different.
It's the same. You
That's dice.
exactly, and that's why it should go. The other one's got cool little cubes, and you can do things with the cool little color cubes. This one has friggin' rats. There are rats that gnaw on your grave or some weirdness in this. I don't know.
All right, get it out of
Yes!
here. You're killing me.
Oh, don't
Smalls.
worry. We don't kowtow to terrorist actions, Tim.
What'd he
you
say?
Can threaten. He's like, I wouldn't leave.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay. I just wondered which game he was talking about.
we know you wouldn't leave.
Mysterion. This is a one of those games where someone's
It's mysterious.
That's my go-to word. They're basically
You're it.
you're playing a ghost. You're basically giving clues to other players to try to solve a murder. Your murder.
A murder.
A murder most foul.
Yes, I was going to say that. You didn't.
But you give clues very abstractly.
Weird if you've played Dixit.
You're basically playing
weird cards.
Dixit type cards, very weird pictures.
Because you're
that
apparently
tries to lead them to the person they're trying to get. And
You're an inarticulate ghost.
yeah, and you can't speak. So every other player besides the ghost has a basically a clue type thing. They have a murder weapon, a place, and a person.
In the kitchen.
A person.
With the knife.
They're all different players, so you're giving clues to each player to lead them to their card, which is different than the other player's cards.
Right.
And you basically have a certain amount of time to get through all the clues, and at the end, one is the right answer, and you got to
That's
lead
right.
them
Come
to
on,
that right
come on,
answer.
I know this. Yeah, we're keeping this. The girls love this game.
Girls love
we love
that
playing this game.
Oh dear, here we go.
Yeah. Oh, don't you even. You are going to put that cull card up, and I'm going to kill you with it. Okay, if you've watched the show before, okay, Hunter, I don't know why he's bought this to placate me, but he has, and he's like, this is fun, la la la, and then he's like, this game sucks, and then he plays
Mr.
it
Bell
with
is
me
a
anyway.
deck building game. It's actually a deck building / actually you don't really. It's a card crafting game. So basically, you start out with a hand of crappy cards. Some of them are even blank.
See, you think you'd like it because it starts out with crappy cards.
Bunch of crappy cards. Some of them are blank. You have 20 cards. You always are going to have 20 cards, which is unique in deck building. Usually your deck size goes up and down.
Yep.
You're taking parts of cards and sliding them into your card and building cards as you go along.
Murder most foul, Eric. Okay, anyway.
Ready? One, 2, 3, shoot!
You would. I knew you would. Give me this. Okay. No one look for a second.
Alright, so this is becoming my pet peeve in gaming.
Okay. Why?
The game is so samey.
Okay, I will agree with you on that because I
It's
was
like
really disappointed. with the-
da.
Like, I don't want to buy any more expansions. If they do any more expansions, I kind of want to smack them. I kind of want to smack them.
I'm gonna do it a couple more times.
They're the same thing. They haven't done anything new with the game. The card crafting.
No, the game itself is
concept
samey.
is cool. Well, a lot of deck builders are, to a point. You're building up your deck. You're going to do the same stuff over and over to like build it up. I get that. But
I
what
want
happens-
a board.
they never
I want to
tweaked it.
do something.
That's true. Hunter's gotten to the point now where he doesn't like a straight up deck builder. He wants to have it as a mechanism in a game that does other stuff. You want to have
Correct.
extra stuff with it.
Correct.
This is a pure deck builder, but they kept it a little too pure almost. It's
It is
very
so samey.
very samey. Yeah, but the card crafting is so good.
But you love this game, so we'll keep
yeah,
it.
I was gonna say we're keeping it because you.
She
want
loves
this
it.
thing
I'm
to-
not going to deny her her
I mean,
love.
yeah. I'm keeping it away from the coal pile because I don't trust you.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Steffenfeld.
Steffenfeld.
Let's just vote. We're good. Hey, you know what's cool about this one? You're avoiding the plague and driving around in a carriage and being snooty. It's fun. There you go.
All right, where are we at?
We just finished Notre Dame.
I can actually reach these. These are behind us.
Yeah. Nussfjord, Steffenfeld.
It's not Steffenfeld. You
Oh,
fail.
no, it's Uwe.
You fail. You do
I
that
always
every
do that.
time. You do that
always
every time.
It's Uwe, and it's about fish and little fishermen. It's greatness. We're keeping this. Don't even put that keep sign up. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Yeah, that's right. He loves this game, too.
It's a good game.
It's a good game. I don't want to hear it.
Pyratoon.
Pyratoons.
So you're building a
Arr.
ship. We built
Arr.
this ship. We built this ship. Oh, I got nothing.
With cardboard stuff.
I got this game for working in the Stronghold game booth. I got it for free.
Wow. Braggadocio much? Braggartus? Bye. We played it to death. Hunter's probably played it 5,000 times. Poor guy.
What's going on with the track? Coal. They say coal. Power Grid is a
Game about powering grids.
resource management economic game.
Holy good goodness, is it all about managing your money?
So basically, it's
or your resources.
It's
how are you
accounting the game. So it's basically all about
but
managing money, basically.
and cities.
You need so much money to get a new power plant. You need so much money for your resources. You need so much money for this.
You sit there and actually have to map out where you're spending your money and allocating this. It's like city planning meeting the game. That's what I'm just saying. But it's awesome! We're so keeping it. I actually love this game. It doesn't make any sense because it has things in it that I would normally hate. Such an awesome
All right, I'm
game.
not setting this vertical. It's going to go not as vertical. Because
Quartifax is chock full of dice. What are you doing, man? You are insane. Why? Stop. Look what he did. Look at this. Actually, you're kind of lucky because the tray's covering most of this. There's a plastic thing here. There's 2 levels of
I
dice.
don't quite have everything. I have most everything.
Mostly did.
Lay it flat.
Okay.
So Couriers
Smoke
is
recycling.
it's almost like a deck building dice game. So you're basically purchasing dice. You use those dice to fight other players. It's very similar to Dice Masters if you played it, but this one plays up to 4 players. You basically attack everyone at once. You can play Dice Masters 4 players, but it's teams.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough of that.
There you go. Okay, just lay it down. They can still see.
1, 2, 3, shoot!
Yeah. We both like to
this
play it.
game's fun.
It's still fun. We just don't play it as often as all.
We pull it out every once
Did
in a
you
while.
say dice? Oh, I thought it said dice matters, and I was like, "What, Kabuki?" Okay, Queen Domino. Come on, man.
No, we're.
Go down the stack. We put these in mostly alphabetical order. Let's do this. Killing me. No one's
I'm
gonna say
having fun. This is
I
awesome.
know it's great, but we're still gonna be here till midnight. We have
We're
500
over halfway
games left.
done.
Oh my gosh! You know what? And it's almost 10 o'clock.
Queen Domino is a more advanced version of King Domino,
Oi.
where you do other things.
Yes, and Nessa prefers this one over King Domino and told me that King Domino is boring, so therefore it's an easy keep. Let me tell you about that soapbox. That was funny, by the way. She had like a mini rant about it the other day, randomly. It was pretty cool.
Raiders of the North Sea. This is a worker placement game. It has a cool mechanism where you put down a worker and you take off a worker. So you get 2 actions in a turn.
Did you know that they did that? That's the action.
Worker you take off is the worker you're going to be using for the next turn, and it's a certain color. They have different powers based on their colors.
Boop. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Keep. I was going to say, you say Cole, I'm going to smack you with this box. Okay. Rialto. That was the name of a movie theater place in my hometown. I don't know why, so I always think this is like a movie theater game. It's Feld. Come on, people. Of course. You don't even need to know what it's about.
Yeah, we're going to keep all the Felds. We're kind of collecting Feld games, so. It's one of the only designer we actually collect, so.
Uwe's kind of getting there.
Role Player is a game
Dusty.
where we're creating a character. Basically, in a lot of RPG games, role-playing games, you roll dice and you get different stats for your character. This is a whole game about building a character. You're trying to get certain stats, certain color dice, certain alignments. You're getting equipment and stuff.
And the expansion.
With the expansion, you actually go out and fight monsters.
Woo-hoo. So, guess what? Keep. What? Did you just put Cole? Okay, now you're being a troll.
No, I'm not.
What? Why?
I don't like this game.
I've
come to terms with myself. I do not like this game.
Really?
It is way too puzzly. It is ridiculously puzzly.
Really?
And it annoys. This game annoys me. But
okay, this floors me. I'm shocked.
But that said, I will actually play this game solely for fighting the monsters part.
Okay.
If someone said, "Hey, do you want to play role player base game?" I will say no.
But if we play,
But if they play with the monsters, I'll actually play it because
Okay, so can we keep it then? Because
Yes, we'll keep it.
I will
But
set it up so we can just play with the monsters. I don't even care because I like this game.
But I have spoken.
Wow, you stopped for that?
This is one of the few games
I
in
am-
our entire collection that I have zero interest playing the base game. Like, none.
Wow, that's interesting.
Because the funnest part is going out and fighting the monsters,
monsters
and,
is awesome.
and getting stuff for
That's
that.
fun. That's fun. Okay, our cat is crazy hyper. He just went flying.
What are they saying? They're saying I'm crazy?
Probably. They should play all the games they keep between now and the end of the year. Actually, I kind of.
I want to play other people's games. I want to play
We're gonna
new
take a
games.
break. Yeah,
I don't want to play our
about
games.
that. We'll talk about that.
I don't want to play our games for a while. I'm tired of playing the same
We
games.
were like seriously having to plan out our games, and it almost, I don't want to say a chore because that's not the case, but at the same time I was like, I really want to play games over again, and he's like, nope, we're going through the list. Seriously? Dude, did you put... Oh, for a second I thought I saw Cole, and I was like, I will punch you.
It's
Stefan Feld!
Alright.
Roman Pirates. A simpler Feld game if you want to try a simpler one. Very, very cool though.
Alright.
I like it. I like that one a lot. It's pretty fun.
Alright, I actually have to get
Mostly not puzzly in the same way. You have a thing about puzzly as in like fiddly puzzles.
I don't like games where, well, if I put this here, then I'll have to put this here, and then this needs to go here. Oh wait, I need to put something here. Oh wait, if I do that, then later on I don't know how I'm gonna get it. No, the blue one has to go here.
Yeah.
That just
See, I love that.
Shazam!
I don't
Given
know.
to us by Z Garcia. Keep.
It's hilarious. This game is hilarious.
So yeah, Z had a box of coal pile of games. He said pick one, and
It was like, yeah.
it's kind of a tug of war game where you're wizards and you're fighting across
And you
the
just
thing,
talk-
and you're trying to push
talk
the
smack
other
with
wizard
spells.
off the end of the thing.
Yeah, you just blast each other. It's hilarious. Yes, these are the ones we haven't played in the last year. The rest of our collection we did, somehow, amazingly.
290.
Yep.
Whatever that was. 200.
Yep.
291 games.
That's right.
Small World. This is a area
Dusty.
control game.
Excuse
It's a lot of people used to call this a risk killer. Basically, you have a race and a ability, and you combine those together, and you have a stack of little characters. You put them on the board. It's an area control game. If you have more than the other person, it's kind of a I don't know what the word is, but if I have more points than you, I win. There's not like rolling dice or fighting or anything, unless you have the same number of things, and then you roll a dice to see if you win. You have one die you can roll to get more characters. Whatever, area control game.
Yep. There you go. On the condition, I wanted it in my board game club thing because this
That's
would be
fine.
perfect for that. We've played the tar out of
This
this.
game is
It's
really,
aged.
really, really good game. But this was like I don't recall Libertalia. It used to be. We played this game to death. We would play this every game day, sometimes 2 or 3 times every game day, and we just it killed it for me.
We've all but killed it. We really have. So yeah, but it's good. It's still.
But she's gonna take it to her game groups.
Like all
it'll
of the
find its way.
games.
It'll find its way home
Like
soon.
all of the games that we're putting in here, not one of them. I mean, he might gripe
The thing
a
about it
couple
is
things
one
here and
thing
there, but-
you have to keep in mind, almost without exception, every game in our collection is a great game.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But you have too many games.
Yeah, that's why we're calling it. It's not a pulling out the duds by any stretch. Because at some point it was one of our faves, I'm sure.
Sonar is, if you ever Captain Sonar, this is the 2 to 4 player version of that
Yes.
game. You can play Captain Sonar 2 to 4 player. I don't know why you'd ever play it that way. But in this game, it's a teams of 2, or you can play 1-on-1. It's more turn-based, not real-time. It's kind of more of a family weight. More strategic, less twitchy, real-time twitchy kind of game.
But I find it just to be as intense. But just in a different way. So, yep. Heck yeah, love this game.
All right.
I like this. I dare say I like this better than Captain Sonar.
All right, there we go.
I'm still going to at Bonacourt, though. That's his fault.
Star Trek Panic. If you played Castle Panic, this is a retheming with the Star Trek universe. You have characters that have kind of a tricked up power. You have shields around your ship instead of the castle walls. You have different races attacking you in different ways. There's like the Tholians have their net and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, it's like if you watched an original series episode, it's like living through an episode. Will the Enterprise survive? Because it always gets blown up and blasted. The sparks are flying everywhere. It's that kind of episode. And that's what you're living through. 1, 2, 3. I love this game.
The girls actually like this.
And the girls like it too. It's like a win-win.
This game, I don't know how we didn't play this game.
Again, this was one of those that you were like, I'm going to keep it to the end.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how we haven't
This is one of our like top favorite games, period. So...
It's in my top 10 games.
We've talked about this extensively. You can look at some of our other videos to rant about that, because Hunter will talk for 20 minutes about that game if I let him. I said it. Star Trek Catan, baby. Oh boy, that's dusty.
These games haven't been played over a year.
I am going to die. Don't stop that. You're killing me. I'm getting sniffly and coffee and...
That's one advantage. Anyway, I'm not gonna... It's Catan with... It's basically generic Catan, but you have character cards that have... the different characters in the show, and they have different abilities, so you can use that.
Star Trek.
And if I remember, when you play a character, you get a new character. You kind of cycle through characters as you play.
Yep, they have special abilities. It's very cool. Dude, come on. Did you put coal?
It's Catan.
Dude! Okay, this is the game that, like, 3 different sets of people got us for Christmas the same year because they knew how much we loved it. And we're keeping one. Yeah,
keep it.
Fine. Love that game. I don't know what's wrong with you.
We're in the home stretch now.
Darn right. Let's do this. Come on, it's 10 o'clock. You're killing me.
Oh, there's a lot of games to talk about.
Oh, come on now. This is in our top 3.
For you, it's not my top 3.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I forgot. Hater. All right. Favorite game. It's dropped out of sight for him. Oh, stockpile. Coal.
So stockpile is a stock market game.
Somebody talk smack about it.
I will never lose this game.
I am going to probably beat him in the next game or the game after that, because
recently,
every game I get closer and closer to beating him.
Someone recently posted. It's like going around on the board game.
What, challenging you?
Yeah, no. It says what game if the devil challenged you to a game for your soul.
Oh, this is your.
That's my game. I would play if someone challenged. If I had to fight for my soul.
Hunter went down to stockpile. Oh, hello, Barkins. Puppy. Stuffed Fables.
The biggest game of contention we have.
Oh, we're keeping this. I'm just going to tell you right now, Hunter's going to put a coal card up.
So, Stuffed Fables is a cooperative family weight game. If you've played Mice and Mystics, it's kind of even more kind of simplistic than that.
But it's better because it doesn't have, like, if you fail the mission, you don't repeat the mission over and over and get beat to death with it.
Right. So basically, in Mice, if you played Mice and Mystics, if you lose a level, it says repeat the level.
And it's usually with a detriment, so it's like harder to beat the next time.
Stuffed Fables, basically you have like varying levels of success from doing really well to failing.
Yeah.
And you move on to the next mission, but you may not have as much cool things go on when you go to the next mission. But you move on as you go. It's almost an inside joke why I want to call this. So we have a rebellious teen that plays this game, and it irks me the way she plays it.
Oh Lord, you'll get over it. All right, so
that's more of a joke. It's a keep.
Yeah, it's a keep.
All right, here we go.
We're gonna finish the session.
I'm gonna grab a stack, so I don't have to.
Good. Get that exercise in though, right?
Right. Here we go.
Okay. Oh. Hey, let's
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Subdivision. This is a tile placement game. You're placing tiles out.
Yep.
You kind of have a tableau of your own. You're drafting tiles. I don't remember if you buy them or draft them. We haven't played this in a long time. You're putting them out on a board, and the tiles give you different benefits based on orientation.
Yep.
And you have to have a road that goes through your place. You get points for that way. It's tile drafting, tile placement.
Yep. I like this better than Suburbia. I see what you did. I like this game, and I love tile placement, and I like the way this game works.
She loves this game, so I'm not going to argue.
Darn right. Woo! I win! I win!
It's okay.
Okay. Same thing, but is more popular with most people.
Yeah, this is a very similar
It
game.
does.
It's a city building game. And this box got nuked.
Yeah, it was nuked a long time ago. I don't remember what happened. Maybe it was a ding and dent purchase. Can we... I'm dying.
So it's a tile placement, city building game. You're same one thing. You're building out a city. Your tiles where they are and other people. If I remember correctly, I think we've only played this like twice and we haven't played it in forever.
I
think your tiles have some effect based on what other people are playing. Yes. So in Suburbia, it's not. You're basically in your own little world. If I'm not subdivision, you're in your own little world. Suburbia, you kind of got to look at what other people are doing.
Ready, set, go. Bye.
I'd call them both, so there's my choice.
Yeah, we know. All right, survive, escape from Atlantis.
So survive
One of the meanest games out there.
So it's an island that's sinking. You have all these meeples. You're trying to get the meeples off the island and to the edges of the board. Meanwhile, all the other players are trying to kill you. Very take that. If you don't like take that games,
don't play this game.
Don't even like get close to this game.
If you love your spouse, don't play this game.
But it's hilarious.
Yeah, we love it. It's called Marriage Counseling 101. All right, so Sushi Go Party. Those of you that probably remember any of the videos have seen this cute little like what is it called? Card drafting game and set collection. It's one of Nessa's top games. So obviously,
yeah.
And I love playing.
It's one of the few Nessa games Nessa can set up completely from out of the box and teach.
And everything. Yeah, she loves it. That's one of her faves.
And she was teaching that when she was like 5.
Yeah. Whenever that game just came out. Yep. Takanoko.
Takanoko is
adorable little pandas moving around.
It's a tile
a little farmer
placement game. You basically take tiles and you place them out to a central board. You have like little mission cards you're trying to accomplish. You're getting different types of bamboo, different tile orientations, and things like that.
Yep.
And first one to a certain number of points triggers the end of the game. Whoever has the most points at the end wins.
Whoop. Did you just put coal? Why? Why? You're just being a troll now.
No, I will play this with the kids. This is my opinion. I'm leaving the kids out of this.
It sounds like you're putting them very much in this, but okay. Why?
It's just there.
This game is adorable.
It's adorable for kids and people that like pandas.
Good save. Good save. You saw that. This is on film. You saw this.
The girls love it. We'll keep it.
We even got the little chibis there.
I know.
They went an octave higher than chibis.
I know.
Yeah. They're not getting rid of this.
If I was single.
Oh, you wouldn't have bought that game then. Give me a break. Something wrong with you.
If I was single. All right. We're trying to speed things up, so we're just doing stacks. Sorry for the spoilers.
Yeah, it makes it exciting. You can start thinking about the votes.
Battle of Five Armies. This is a kind of a sequel. I don't know if sequel's the right word, but
prequel?
No, it's a prequel of books, but it came out. Basically, it's very similar. It has a lot of similar mechanisms to War of the Ring, except it focuses in more on fighting and battling as opposed to the I don't know, the strategy.
Political maneuverings.
There you go. That's a good word. This one's more gets to the meat of things. You're fighting right off the bat. It's short. It's a shorter game, in my opinion. It's a lesser game because I like all the other stuff that goes on in War of the Ring. Yep. But it's a good game.
It is. Ready? 1, 2, 3, vote. Whatcha? Of course. No one, dude. You for a while.
It's based on my favorite book of all time. I'm not going to get rid of it.
Oh, are you sure?
I'm sure.
I thought you'd be like,
I'm sure.
Like, I'm tired of that. Castles of Burgundy. No, just kidding.
Castle of Burgundy, the card game. It takes the Castle of Burgundy board game, kind of distills it down into just some card play.
Yep.
I'm not going to go much further than that.
1, 2, 3, vote. Sorry.
This game pales in comparison.
It's cool. Don't get me wrong. I actually like this, and I'm probably going to put this in the board game group because I love it.
How long is it?
30 to 60. It's shorter. But here's the thing: if you have the real the full.
They made a
game.
good point. It is technically a failed game.
It is a failed game. I figured the internet would have a fit about that. So I'm at least taking this to the board game group.
It'll find its way home someday.
If you love it, let it go. I don't know what that was. Oh, I just put it in the keep pile. Ah, Freudian slip, right? Okay, so there we go.
There's a lot. Oh, you got those separated, right?
Gotta keep them separated. Yes, I've
Okay.
got them separated. Calm down. My goodness. Goodness.
My favorite Stefan Feld game.
I hate this game. I love this game. I do like Troll Hunter.
I really should tell what the Stefan Felds are about, but you're moving around
you
a
guys have
map
seen,
and
we
doing
have
things.
done a Feld thing. These people.
Oh, that's true. Go
You
get our
can go
top
back to
10
other
Feld
videos.
games.
We'll
You'll
be
get
here
a
until
description
midnight,
of all
and
these
you will
games.
hate us for it.
All right.
Oh.
Pursuit of Happiness. This
One of
is-
my favorite games,
this is-
period. If Hunter says otherwise, this is going somewhere uncomfortable for him. Something wrong with
Life, the
Something
board
wrong
game,
with
the
it.
gamer game.
That's right. That's right. This is heavy. I forgot with all the
We're in the home
expansions.
stretch. We're in the last stack, folks.
Woo!
Well, the
Home
last
stretch.
big stack.
You know what? You know what? If you stayed through this whole thing, you get a gold star. Gold star. Where's the gold star, babe?
I don't know where it is.
It's right there. It's over there. I see it. It's shining against the wall there.
Yeah.
With our little symbol and stuff. Yeah, that's for you guys sticking around to the last stack. Woo! Okay.
Yep, this is next. I'm not going to tilt it because it's
It's going to go everywhere.
through the ages.
Hunter plays this on an app 5 billion times, and I think if I were to take him on now, I would get completely destroyed.
Maybe. It's a civilization game, but it's basically the combat's somewhat abstracted. You have military, but you're just kind of comparing totals. You bid your military points to collect colonies and things like that.
Yep.
There is wars in the game, but it's really whoever has the highest military, and the player can play some cards
Yep.
to catch up and things like that. It's
True.
It focuses in on the tech trees and building a resource engine.
Yep. It's an awesome, awesome game. Our first crazy heavy game.
Our first crazy heavy game.
It's true. Ready, set, 1, 2, 3, go. Heck yeah.
Even though I love the app and I play it all the time, I would not
Turn down the board
pass
game.
on
Yeah.
sitting down and playing this game.
I was half worried that you would consider calling it because you've played the app.
A lot of
so
people
much,
say
but-
that, but I would, even though I can play the
Yeah.
app in like 20 minutes, I would still sit down and play this game because I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Right? Alright, let's zug and zum. Or zum and zug.
Ticket to Ride,
Zug
10th
and-
anniversary. This is the only
Zug and-
version.
Zug and zug.
The only version of Ticket to
Zoom.
Ride we own.
Zoom, zoom.
This was a
don't know how to say that.
birthday. Was it a birthday or Christmas present for you?
Oh, man.
Christmas?
I want to say Christmas, actually. Yeah, pretty sure. I love the 10th anniversary edition to this. It's so awesome. If you haven't seen that, I think in one video we opened it up and looked at it. It's pretty darn cool inside.
All right. So, if you're still on, you have first rights. Oh, that's supposed to talk about it first.
You already called that.
Tiny Epic Kingdoms. This is a Tiny Epic game where you're building, you go around and do things, and I don't know what it is. It's Tiny Epic.
Sorry, we didn't.
So,
get
Hector,
into it.
you can have this back. Thanks for the gift. But
We never. It never.
I
really
find that I like epic games, not Tiny Epic games.
Got, yeah.
Which leads us into.
Okay, now.
Go ahead and call that guy.
Okay.
Put it. Little.
I'll put it somewhere safe. Yeah.
Yes.
don't
Hector and Hector
Getting
has
wife,
first
yeah.
right for
Yeah.
that game.
worry. Okay.
It's like Tiny Epic Westerns. This is a
Western game that's tiny. And
It's
epic.
weapon. It's Western
Not really
themes.
epic.
You have a hand of cards. You kind of play poker hands to do things. I thought I would love this game, but
Okay.
no.
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 I want to try. We played it once.
I don't care. I hated it.
Okay. All right. You hated it.
I hated that.
How long does it take to play? And I'll just take it to my game group then. You big baby. Okay. Fine. No, it was.
I hated that game.
How long does it play? Oh, it's only 30:45. Okay. Let me go to
Hector
my
says he's crushed.
He was
I
laughing.
don't want it back.
I love you guys. All right. I'm going to take this to my game group.
Okay, you know what? I would think a Western themed worker placement game would be like, ooh, but
It's true.
It was just so I didn't like it. The
It's
cards that you get are so random.
Yeah. And
I
I
don't
think,
know.
James, I think you're right, too.
What's that?
Western Legends would have killed that anyway. For
Oh
me.
yeah. Even though Western Legends it takes longer. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. It's a family game. They love it.
It's Ticket to Ride National Park version. Get it.
It's a tricked up Ticket to Ride. You're collecting stones and things like that.
Greatness.
All right, last stack.
I thought we were at the last stack last time. This is the last half of the last
I broke
stack.
the stack in half.
Yeah,
because
thanks.
it's too big, because these are all big games.
Oh my goodness, you're lifting the heavyweights now.
Last 4. You made it, folks. Viceroy. It's a card.
It's more of like
you basically auction off. You bid for cards. You get cards. You put them in a tableau.
Yes.
The orientation of the cards and the level that they're on.
Yes.
Decides how cool the cards are.
Yes.
You have some cards that give you superpowers.
Yes.
I don't remember that much about it.
Well, that tells you what it is, folks. I'm taking this to my game group because I'm kind of letting him take it because I actually really like Viceroy, but I'm apparently like an island in the middle of a vast ocean of people of haters.
I just do not like this game.
So I like this game, but I'll go play it with people that enjoy it.
Did not like that game. It's one of the few games in our collection that I would say no, I don't want to play that game. If someone asks.
Well, it's gone now, so you don't have to worry about that. Now you can say everything's awesome.
Vinos Deluxe. This is a Vital Lacerta game about winemaking.
It's one of my favorite games.
If you like, well, okay, fine. We played this on the BGG cruise, and I ordered it while we were playing it.
Did we have internet service at the time?
Yeah, my phone had an internet.
Oh, that's right.
I ordered it while we were playing that game.
That was so funny. He did. It was pretty funny. There you go.
Vinos Deluxe.
Yeah, you don't even have to.
So if you like viticulture, you're looking for something heavier, that is your game.
There you go.
Western Legends. You can play poker and you can shoot people. Let me get my...
He's been playing a lot of video games. He's a bit bloodthirsty. But it's an amazing game. Okay, so... Yokohama. One of the ugliest games.
Reminds me a little bit of Istanbul. You're moving workers around, and you take the action.
Way heavier.
You take the action of the place you get, but you have assistants, and you have to follow a trail of assistants. And the number of things you have on a location makes the location more powerful. So you can build trading posts. I don't know what they're called, but trading posts, and you have more assistants and things. It makes the action more powerful. You're completing contracts, and it's a heavy Euro game. Heavy-ish Euro game.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. Yay, Tim! It'll be cool to see you on the cruise. We'll have to meet up and say hi. That'd be awesome. Yes, this was our grand finale. We kept it. We made it easy. No fighting over this. I know.
There you go, folks. 82 games, and we culled. Looks like about 20. How many?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21. 22. 22.
22. We culled 22 games.
22 games. 22 games, not too shabby. And that's out of the 80. I mean, that's a pretty good percentage for you. And you can see, you can see a little bit. You can see some gaps. Part of it's because of the games we pulled that we've played, but pulling out 22 games is going to leave us a good little gap. That's going to give us about 4 cubes, probably.
5.
5? We have some small ones in there.
It'll give us almost a whole row.
Yeah, we'll almost get a whole row out of that. So that's not too shabby.
I'm going to take this opportunity to completely not completely, but mostly reorganize our game collection.
Possibly. Yes.
So there you go.
So, yeah, and this was it was a good year. I'm glad we did this, but it's not something I would want to do again.
I don't want to ever do this again.
Because it took away some of the, point of the board games for us is I feel like playing blah, blah, blah.
Right.
We purposely would be like, no, we need to get through our list. So the games that we like to replay, and you know me, I'm really big on replaying a game over and over and over, especially when, just for some reason, it's just hitting all the buttons. It's just really awesome. I want to play it again. It was really hard to be like, we should get through our list. Well, we should get stuff done. And we still sometimes cheated and still played some games over. And then we ended up with our list being behind. And then we did it, it just...
So, mine's a completely different reason. Probably my biggest joy, other than the, being with friends and all that, yada, yada, yada. My biggest joy in board gaming is exploring and seeing new games and learning new games. Yeah, so
that's true. This
year has been so painful because... I wouldn't say so painful. In that aspect of it.
We hate playing games now.
In that aspect of it was painful because, Rebecca played, 30 games that weren't in our collection. I mean, we did buy 10 or 15 games throughout the year, We did bought very few games.
Bought more than that. Surely you bought more.
I
swear
I
you
bought
always adjusting
very few games.
Okay.
I usually buy about 60, 70, 80 games a year probably.
Yeah,
If I bought 20, I'd be surprised.
Probably need an intervention.
And I just like learning new games. I like experiencing new games. I like
Yeah.
seeing new mechanisms. I like seeing new combinations of mechanisms. And we played probably 270 games we played before.
Yeah, that's
this
true.
year.
Yeah, for you, this was not a new game year. And that's hard for you. Really hard. Yeah, and just only playing it once. Yeah, it was a weird combo for both of us. It was just like...
So, I think it was Kabuki Kid asked, I'm not following the chat very well, my glasses are all wonky. But, like all...
Oh, dirty?
Dirty.
Anyway.
But anyway, yes, there's going to be, I'm guessing we're going to look through our collection, the ones we did play, and I'm expecting we're going to cull about 5.
Yeah, because we tried to
those.
cull as we went.
Well, we culled as we went for the most part, but a few of them we
There's
kind
a
of...
few we're still kind of waffling
Like one
about.
I know we're going to cull is Duelosaur Island.
Oh, yeah, which you're probably all going to be like, freaked out. Because we as soon as we played that, and even while we were playing it, we were like, if we have Dinosaur Island, you don't want to play Duelosaur. I feel like Duelosaur is like the game if you don't have Dinosaur Island.
Maybe, yeah.
It's like...
Dinosaur Island plays just fine 2 players. Just fine.
It really
2
does,
players.
and it's a blast. And it's missing, like, hooligans and stuff like that in the Duelosaur, so it's like, that may be one that'd be good for my...
Yeah, we'll
gaming or something.
probably go through all of them and look and see if there's
Yeah.
any that we're going to get rid of. I suspect it's only going to be 4 or 5 because we're probably going to get rid of some kids games that the girls have outgrown.
Yeah, there's probably
And then a
few of those.
handful of other games. I mean, very
Maybe.
few.
Yeah, you
Very
pretty much
few.
have seen everything we're going to call
Very
for the
few.
most part. So, that we didn't already talk about.
That was exciting.
That was crazy.
I'm a bit drained.
This is
that
crazy.
was a lot of talking.
That was a lot, and I'm impressed. You guys stuck through, and it's crazy late. Well, at least for us here. And you guys have like mad endurance to see what painful wrenching out of our collection we did.
So we'll answer a few more questions real quick. So someone asked, is the collection up to date? As far as I know, you can go under BGG under Hunter T. And that is our collection. It's up to date. It doesn't include what we just got rid of, obviously.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I think it's up to date otherwise.
Yeah.
The other question was Caverna for 2.
Yes.
Would we keep that?
Oh, Caverna for 2.
Cave versus Cave.
Cave versus Cave, yeah, because it's different. I like it. But it's not like, well, I don't know.
The Inland Port is a maybe. Again, we'll probably have to go
Yeah,
through
I was going to say, I liked Cave vs. Cave. It was the Inland Port, I think, that was the one that we were like, probably going to get rid of. If I'm
just
thinking correctly.
Scanning some games. Yeah.
Yeah.
We may talk about it at some point.
Yep, 22.
Next week, just to tease our next show.
Woo!
Well, a couple weeks ago, we did the intense games, top 10 intense games. We're going to do after this situation, we're going to do top 10 relaxing games.
Ooh, we haven't made that list before? Okay.
And
Relaxing
the
games.
week after that, we will be starting my top 100 games of all time.
Man, it is that time of year already. That's crazy.
I'm debating whether to do pre-recorded or live, so tune in next week for our top 10 relaxing games and give your opinion, because I'm going to ask for everyone's opinion on whether you want it pre-recorded. Pre-recorded will be, I'll be able to insert some graphics and things like that, Or do you want it live? And live, some people didn't like live as much. Some people have their opinions either way. Because the chat distracted me and I would not stay on task.
I feel like I'm in class. It's true.
So
He's off task.
But I can react to what you're saying. I can answer questions. Or maybe a question why do you like this game versus this game? And I can answer that. Whereas if I record it and put it up, I can answer in comments, but it's not really the same, right?
That's true. James says this was like culling vicariously.
You know what? Once we started calling games,
Stay
it was
on
actually
Stay on lethargic?
lethargic because
No, cathartic.
cathartic. I feel
You're lethargic.
I feel lethargic.
You're gonna make me choke on the dust.
Cathartic. That's the word I'm looking for. It's just
best.
there's just games that are set in our shelf that are doing nothing but collecting dust. And
even the ones we play, they're collecting.
But you know what I mean. They could go to someone that would enjoy them
Would
more.
love them.
They can
Find
go
them a
to a
good
board game
home.
group that would enjoy them more. They need
it's
to go
good.
somewhere that will get more out of it than what we do.
Ryan loves it when the chat distracts you. Ryan, you're one of those kids that always distracted the teacher in class. I can sense it. Just to see if you could.
So there you go.
Are we going to continue to do an every other week recap of what you played? Would you be interested in something
Yeah,
like
that's
that?
another good point.
That's a good question.
That we'll probably talk about next time since it's already late. Is our about half of our shows for the last year have been what we were doing, and now
Yeah, I mean,
it's ended.
You guys,
So
aren't you sick of hearing what we're doing?
So we have some options. My first gut was to keep
you
doing
have more than one gut?
I'm a cow.
Macau?
My cow.
You're Macau.
My gut was to take the
late.
recap piece
Okay.
and keep that.
Okay.
Not in a resolution thing, but talk about what we played, rank them,
Oh, I just
give
kinda
them that, and do that as the first half of the show. And the second half we do
Shenanigans?
live plays, your
My randoms?
5 on the spot.
Oh,
the
we
random
haven't done
review,
5 on the spot in forever.
random
Yes.
reviews and things like that. So make it a half and half.
Yes.
Talk about what we played, and then go back to our old format of what we used to do.
Yes.
So that's what I'm thinking
Yes.
to do
Yes.
going forward.
Yes.
But then we're going to be doing 2 shows a week for a while.
What?
'Cause if you remember,
Yeah.
the top 100 did not replace our weekly show. So we
Because
did
you're crazy. No, just kidding.
because we did Tuesdays.
He is
and,
crazy.
We did Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we're probably going to do that again. Tuesday will be our regular show. Thursday will either be the live top 100s or the pre-recorded top 100s that go up on Thursdays. All right.
So yeah,
I'm tired. That was a lot of talking.
I tried to give you a break, but you just could not resist that soapbox.
You
love those soapboxes.
I love arguing about board games. If you ever want to argue about board games, I'm your guy because I like arguing about board games. I'm very opinionated.
No. You? You're such a little wallflower. Just shy little wallflower. All right, Tommy, you troll. All right, so at this point,
We're going to get out of here.
it's impressive that we're still speaking.
Next week, top 10
Semi-coherently.
relaxing games.
I don't even want to think about that right now. I'll just faceplant right here.
Relaxing games. All right,
Right all.
exit us. We've
You guys
got
are
2
amazing.
hours.
We'll see
Gold
you.
star if you watch the whole
you get
2
double.
hours.
You get double.
You get a gold star
And,
and whatever this guy is.
Oh my gosh, you forgot his name.
What was his name?
I forgot his name too.
Nerf, what's his name?
No. He's a Gerber. That's not his name. No, what's his name? I have it somewhere. Where is it? Give me that. He's the little Gold Coast koala dude. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot his name. I thought I wrote it down. No, Barobi. It's Barobi.
You get Barobi
You get
and a
Barobi
gold star.
And a hi guys, it's Barobi. Actually, bye guys. Good to see ya. Thanks for hanging in there.
Oh,
You guys are
Rebecca's
awesome.
lost it.
I'm so glad you like board games too.